And now, tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Tonight, we bring you a story of betrayal and retribution on Devil's Island. We call it The Stool Pigeon. So now, starring Mr. John Daner, here is tonight's suspense play, The Stool Pigeon.
It was hot that afternoon, which in itself, you understand, should not have been surprising. On that Devil's Island, it was always hot, unless there were the rains, and then it was a different, more steaming heat. There were 4 of us racing cockroaches in Cano's hut: Maquille, Thibault, Cano, and myself. We were what the authorities generously called libres. That is to say, we were free to roam within the confines of the island, but never to leave it. As I say, we were racing cockroaches, and Thibault had already won 3 races. His animal was a huge red beast, fully 3.5 inches in length, and possessing a remarkable stamina. She was named Marie. Made me think of a filly I used to bet on in Paris.
It's hot. My friends, it is hot.
You never get tired of saying that, do you, Thibault?
Yeah.
Does he? Yesterday you said the same thing last month and last year.
You owe me 5 francs from the last race. Pay.
Oh, I always lose. Here.
Shall we have another?
No, it's too hot.
Oh, there. Now who says it's hot? Who? Who said it?
Oh, shut up.
You little maggot. I could break your shell with my nail if I felt like it. But I like you, Maquille, so I allow you to speak to me thus.
I heard there's a ship coming next week.
Oh?
Where'd you hear that?
Cano hears everything and knows nothing.
I heard from a guard.
And it's a lie, because I hear everything first.
Did you call me a liar?
I call you a liar.
No, stop it. Put away the knife, Cano. We'll all be put in solitary if you're seen.
Hey, a knife. Knife? Where did you get a knife, Cano?
Never mind.
Oh, but I do mind. That's interesting that you have a knife. Are you thinking of escape, perhaps?
Never mind.
I'd like to buy your knife, Cano.
Not for sale.
100 francs?
I'm not selling.
150?
No.
Ah, well, some other time. Huh?
I've got half a bottle of wine. Let's go and drink it. I don't feel like quarreling.
Oh, Maquille, you have a divine soul. Come, my little maggot. You too, Cano, exile.
Maquille, he of the divine soul, had been on Devil's Island for 8 years. In Marseille, he had been, among other things, an habitual thief and arsonist. He stood 5'6" and had long been befriended by Thibault. Thibault was, by his very stature and past, the king of the libres on the island, a huge and gross man, towering over 6 feet. In Paris, he left behind him a series of syndicate murders for which he'd escaped the guillotine only by underground and political pressures. In spite of his terrible reputation and physical appearance, he was not an unfair man, and on the whole, well liked by the rest of us. Cano was slim and dark, volatile as benzene. In a fit of jealous anger, he'd slit his wife's throat. A handy man with a knife, a moody, uncertain fellow, Cano. I was there because I was caught embezzling from the bank. A stupid thing to do, more stupid to be caught. I looked forward to 6 more years before release.
Gone. Every last mortal drop. Half a bottle doesn't go far.
Not for one with the mouth of a hippopotamus.
I remember a wine in Paris, Monche.
Think of Emile. He might be tasting your wine soon. Away from this pest hole. How long has it been now?
9 days. No, 10. He escaped on the 14th.
I give odds he never reaches Maribor. 5-1.
Why not? Why shouldn't he?
Well, the sharks, Cano. The sharks. Very bad this year, I've heard. And his boat wasn't much good either.
Any other reason?
Well, let's wish him luck by not talking about it.
I'd like to talk about it. Maquille, why else shouldn't he reach Maribor?
You know how many have tried in the past 5 years and been caught.
We all know, don't we, Thibault?
Yeah.
Someone informs. Someone tells that swine of a governor.
Yes?
We only think that. It's only a guess. Nobody's sure. Only a suspicion. Now, isn't that so, Exil?
Someone who knows everything that's happening before anyone else.
He's right. My friends, he's absolutely right. It's true. I've long suspected it myself, and it's wise that it should be brought out into the open. Someone on the island is an informer, making himself fat on the sufferings of others. I shouldn't want Emil to be caught. He was a friend, a good friend.
Terrible thing if he were caught.
The question is, who?
Who not? It could be any one of 100, if it's true.
That pig Louis Dodin? Possibly Grosjean. Oh, one could imagine anything from him. What about Grosjean?
Or Barret, or Proust, Gallinard, Munch.
Maquille, Uxil, Thibault.
Any one of us, even yourself, Canu.
Oh, no, that is a dreadful thing to contemplate, Thibault. No, not one of us.
Over here. Oh, have you seen Thibault? Oh, here you are.
Dodin, huh? We were speaking of you a minute ago. What's the matter?
It's Emile.
What about Emil?
He's been caught. They were waiting for him in a patrol boat off Mirabeau. They took him.
Oh, sacre.
Now the question is, how did they know he was going to Maribor? I wonder. How did they know?
2 days later, Emile was back on the island, in solitary. We heard that he was in bad shape. Thibault managed to smuggle in some cigarettes through a friendly guard, and that was the best he could do. Things were very bad, worse than usual. The governor, Monsieur Planche, was angry, and restrictions even for Libres became more intolerable. He seemed determined to make us all pay for Emile's attempted escape. There was a lot of grumbling. Even Thibault felt the pinch. Then Emile died. We heard from the beating he received when he was captured. Thibault was very quiet for a week after. Too quiet. Then one day he said,
I'm fed up.
Why don't you take a petition to the governor?
Now, there's no joke. I repeat, I'm fed up. Something must be done.
Escape, Thibault?
That
or what?
Yes, what?
a stand. A stand for better conditions. No more oppressions. We're prisoners, but there's still rights, human rights, a stand against tyranny and inhumanity.
Bravo. You've just been elected to the Chamber of Deputies.
I'm losing patience with you, Canu.
Don't be a fool. We have no rights. Even animals. The governor's dog has more rights than we.
And you know why? Shall I tell you why? Because the governor's dog is clever. We are not clever. The governor's dog sits up prettily and begs for a morsel. He has no other dogs to contend with, no competition, while we fight and snarl among ourselves for the garbage in the street.
It's true what he says.
What does he say? What do you mean, Thibault?
If we no longer fought among ourselves, but banded together, a unit of strength, a solid front, we could force the governor, the authorities in France to better our conditions.
Then what do we do? Present a petition as Canot puts it?
No, perhaps not. Something more forceful, eh?
No good would come of it. If there is to be action, I'd rather try and escape.
How far would you get, Uxil? Are you forgetting the informer?
We don't know. We don't know there's an informer. We suspect. But we suspect everything. There's nothing else to do. Suppose it's the natives who inform. They have before. Suppose the governor is just too smart for us. How many choices do we have, anyway? Brazil, they turn us back. Dutch Guiana? Emile tried it. They're always watching. The West Indies, Venezuela, in an open boat? Not much chance there. Or do you want the jungle? An informer doesn't lessen our chances too much, it seems to me.
But it does lessen them.
I have been thinking hard, my friends. We're agreed on one thing. Conditions could not be worse, huh? If we could escape, we would do so and take our chances. Therefore, there are two choices, it seems. Better conditions on the island or escape.
And both impossible, I would say.
You're a pessimist, Exil. That's why you'll never be a success.
He's right, Exil. You'll never be a success. Go on, Thibault.
I think that we may accept both choices, one dependent on the other.
What do you mean?
If we had better conditions, we might be able to escape.
Can't you ever talk in a straight line?
Now, which of us has the greatest opportunity to see the governor?
Well, you have. You have, Thibault. You do his garden work.
Exactly.
Come on.
Patience, my friend. Monsieur Planche strolls in his garden. Thibault, he says. Thibault, the roses are not looking very well today. He stands next to me and he says this. And for the indignity this petty official heaps on my head, and for what he allowed done to Emil, I could stretch out my hands and strangle him in 5 seconds. You understand? In 5 seconds. But if I chose, I would not strangle. I would hold him as a hostage.
A hostage?
You follow me. Now let us suppose that a revolt were begun, the guards overthrown.
Oh, la, la, la.
It's a thought. Nobody's ever tried it.
But the guards would shoot us down.
They would have to shoot the governor if they tried.
And if we succeed in what you say, then what? Huh? What happens? What do we do? What?
That remains in my head. You must trust me there.
I trust no one.
Exil?
If there were a chance, I'd be with you. I don't look forward to 6 more years of this.
Makil.
I'm at your side, my friend, as always. As always.
That leaves you, Cano.
All right.
Excellent. Then we must start to make our plans carefully, very carefully. Cano, stand by the door and warn us if anyone approaches. We don't want the informer to overhear us, do we?
You are listening to The Stool Pigeon, tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
If you're interested in spreading the truth about America to others, CBS Radio suggests you contact Letters Abroad, 695 Park Avenue, New York 17, New York. Letters Abroad, once you've given them a few facts about yourself, job interests, hobbies, age, will furnish you with the name of a correspondent who lives overseas. Send a stamped, self-addressed envelope to Letters Abroad at 695 Park Avenue, New York 17, New York.
And now, we bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. John Daner, starring in tonight's production, The Stool Pigeon, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
We made our plans in Thibault's hut. Up to a point, they were simple. Thibault, on the next day, was to await the governor's presence. If he appeared, Thibault would grab him and take him to the greenhouse. We three, Cano, Makil, and I, would be in the vicinity. I to stand guard over Monsieur Planche with Thibault, Makil and Cano to spread word among the other libres at the moment had come. If, on the other hand, the governor did not put in an appearance, we would wait for our chance on the next day or the next. As it happened, it wasn't until the 5th day that the thing happened. It was well timed. The island was stifling, the prisoners restless, smarting under the still harsh restrictions which had followed Emil's escape and arrest. We were like a time bomb ready to explode, and the explosion came. We joined Thibault in the greenhouse. He held the struggling governor in his massive arms.
Go! All right, Makil, Cano. Get the others quietly, but hurry. Tell them to gather at the governor's house.
Let me go. You fools. You'll suffer.
Do not speak of suffering, Monsieur Blanche. It is dangerous talk for you. Go on, Cano, Makil. And remember, the guards mustn't suspect. Do everything quietly.
Yes, Thibault. Come on.
Now, if you continue to struggle, Monsieur Blanche, I shall be forced to break open your head.
What can you gain by this, Thibault? It will mean a life sentence. You know it.
And for you, possibly a death sentence. Do you know that, Governor?
What are you going to do?
Hold you as a hostage. We demand our rights as men. You understand? As men.
You have no civil rights.
Human rights. My friend Emil died. He took his chance in escaping, but he wasn't shot. He was beaten to death.
An accident. He resisted.
Things must change.
I can change nothing. The regulations are set in Paris. I simply carry them out.
You overdo your authority. You must apply for better conditions for the men.
I can do nothing.
We shall see. Stay quietly now. We'll wait until the others come back.
We waited. It seemed a long time, and the silence was more terrible than the heat in that place. The governor's hobby was raising orchids, and the greenhouse was full of them. I've always hated the things. Then, suddenly, it was too quiet, as it might be on a summer's day, a moment before a thunderstorm.
What the devil's keeping them?
I don't know. Maybe the guards know what's happened. Maybe they've been harmed.
Listen.
They're shooting them. Thibault, they're shooting them.
Shut up!
Someone get the alarm.
Where's Martin?
Coming, he's coming.
What happened?
We got word to about a dozen. And word must have got to the guards about him.
I told you. Now, before it's too late, release me. It'll be better for you if you do.
What happened to the others?
Last I saw, they were coming his way.
Thibault, it's horrible. I saw 4 of them fall.
All right, come on.
Where?
To his office. Monsieur Blanche, we are taking you to your office. If any guards try to stop us, you know what happens.
You can do nothing, Thibault. Now, give yourself up now. All of you.
Walk. Slowly.
You in there! Come on with your hands up!
The guards, Thibault.
Tell them, Governor. Tell them that we're coming out. With you. Now tell them.
This is the governor speaking. These men are holding me. They're coming out.
Tell them not to shoot.
Don't shoot.
Now, calmly, nicely, we walk out. Stay very close to them, my friends. That way you'll be safe.
As bees clustered around a honeypot, we sidled along the path, past the guards who stood no more than 20 feet from us. It must have been a ridiculous sight, but the honeypot was the governor and our protection from bullets. Then we were in his office. There were no others to join us, and the door closed. It was a strange thing. We none of us thought beyond the moment, and for that moment we were superior beings, prisoners no longer because we were now the captors. But when I glanced into the courtyard and saw the ring of guards looking up, rifles cradled in their arms, it was then another moment, and one, this time, of fear.
What now?
First, the siren must stop. It offends my ears. Governor, give the order.
This is the governor. Turn off the siren.
Good. You're cooperative. It's better that way.
I repeat, what now?
Now, I think we go to the next part of my plan. Marquil, little maggot, stay by the window and observe. Report if there is an attempt by the guards to move into the building.
Yes, Thibault.
What do you think you can accomplish? Escape? Impossible. You know that.
It's been done. When there's been no informer, it's been done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First things first. Now we come to the matter of conditions here.
I have told you.
I
that
know what you've told me, and I say to you, it is within your power to ease the suffering of the men. Give them better food, better medical care.
Your concern for your fellow man touches me, Thibault. Did you have as much conscience over those you murdered?
That is an entirely different matter.
Enough of this, Thibault. What happens to
My
us?
dear Canu, it is happening to us now. You'll see. Trust me.
The devil with that talk. When do we get out of here?
All in good time. Therefore, Governor, you will sign your pledge to do these things of which I have spoken.
If I don't?
I'll kill you. Slowly. I can. I've had practice.
Let us suppose that I agree to this. What then?
Then you don't die. Now, the second point. We have a chance to escape.
No.
A fair chance. Not the chance that poor Emil had, but then he had no chance at all, did he?
There will be no escape.
In order to escape, there must be secrecy. And there can be no secrecy when you know beforehand of the plan.
You will not have a chance to escape. If you let me go, I warn you, I will deal with you all. There will be no escape.
My dear Governor, I said nothing about when we attempt to make this escape.
What are you talking about? Escape now, Thibault.
Yes, of course, now.
Each to his own desire for me. It may be now or sometime later, but the opportunity, if it comes, must at least allow a reasonable margin of success. That is up to you, Monsieur Blanche.
What do you mean?
Here now, the third point. I wish to know the name of your informer. The one who has, for what must be at least 5 years, supplied you with information concerning every thought and deed of the prisoners.
There is no informer.
You are lying, Governor.
No, I have no need.
You have a great need if you wish to go on living.
What are you up to, Thibault?
Don't
What is-
interrupt His Excellency Carnot. He is about to tell us something.
If I tell you, will you give yourselves up?
I cannot speak for the others. For myself, yes.
You pig. You'd sell us out?
No, my dear Carnot. You're free to do as you will. Who is the informer, Monsieur Blanche? I'm getting impatient. Who?
Him.
That is what I wanted to know. Then I ask you one favor, Governor. Do not be hard on these two. All this was done to gain what you've just told me, nothing more.
I don't understand you.
My friend Emile. I have other friends. I should not want to see them go as he went. You had better escape now, Makil.
No, Thibault. It's not true. He's lying to you.
Run, Makil, run. Or I'll throw you out of the window.
On my honor, Thibault, I'm your friend. You know me.
I know you. Run.
Gilles, Cano, you don't believe it, do you?
Run, little maggot, outside. Quickly.
Don't, Thibault, don't.
Hope that the guards shoot you.
Please.
Run.
I would have cut his throat.
That is murder, my friend. You wouldn't want that. I hope that your guards will shoot first and inquire later, Monsieur Blanc.
We all went to solitary. It was expected, but somehow things were different, a little better on the island. How do you explain it? Perhaps the governor was ashamed. Perhaps he admired something about Thibault that none of us understood. How does one know these things? There's not much else to tell. A year after we were released from solitary, Thibault tried to escape. And this time it wasn't a prison informer who turned him in. It was the native from whom he bought the boat. How do you explain these things?
Suspense, in which Mr. John Daner starred in tonight's presentation of The Stool Pigeon. Next week, the story of a man who returned home to find his people in the grip of a strange disease. We call it The Frightened City. That's next week on Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by Anthony Ellis, who wrote tonight's script. The music was composed by René Garrigan and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. Featured in the cast were Parley Bear, Joe Kearns, Tony Barrett, Jim Nusser, and Edgar Barrier.
Tomorrow night on the FBI in Peace and War, a criminal comes up against a determined socialite who doesn't scare easy. And it isn't long before the G-men move in on the ex-con's new racket. Remember, the FBI in Peace and War, tomorrow evening over most of these same stations. Stay tuned now for George Herman in the news, followed by Disc Derby. Thursday nights, The Whistler brings mystery on the CBS Radio Network.
And now, another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
The target? A solidly built two-story brick building on the edge of the industrial section of the city. The obstacle? 3 locked iron doors and 12 armed guards. The prize? $3 million in cash. The problem? To penetrate past the 3 locked doors and the armed guards and emerge safely with the money. The answer?
Just for the record, the name is Pete Wilson. Job? Night superintendent of the Lakeside Municipal Crematorium. Time, midnight about a year ago, with a thunderstorm bowling duck pins in the sky. I was reading the Western in my little office by the front door. My job was a nice, quiet one. We hardly ever had any customers at night. My entire staff, Danny Maxwell, was mopping the reception room when I heard the door open and someone come in. Then the daddy of all thunderbolts lifted me out of my chair. And whoever had come in spoke to Danny.
Hey, did you see that flash? Right enough to be Judgment Day.
I guess it was Judgment Day, all right. For some people, that is. Did you know 2 people died just since you come in the door?
They did, huh? Died where?
Someplace in this country. Now 1 more has died.
That makes 3.
Now it's 4. That's the mortality rate for this country, 4 a minute. For the city, it's 1 every 30 minutes.
2 an hour.
48 every day.
And you'll be one of them if you keep up this line of chatter. I want to see your boss. Get him out here.
It was Al Thomas's voice, and of all the people in the world I didn't want to see, Al was all of them. But I got outside fast. Al Thomas. Well, long time no see.
Yeah, Petey boy, you're looking good, real good.
Excuse me, Mr. Pete, but this gentleman
is an old friend of mine, Danny. Go on out back and clean up. I want to talk to him. Danny went off with his mop, and I took Al into my office. I got out the bottle of bourbon I used to help the prowl cowboys warm up with on cold nights. Al took off his wet $90 gabardine topcoat and smiled at me with big shark teeth.
Nice setup you got here, Pete. Your own boss, lots of time to yourself, everything nice and quiet.
I like it quiet, Al.
Yeah, you always did, didn't you? Remember how noisy our cell used to be? Always somebody in a cell block coughing or snoring or choking or screaming?
Yeah, I remember.
Look, what are we talking about cells? Let's talk about something interesting. Like money.
Money, Al?
Money. I got a little job in mind, Pete, and I need some help. You.
Al, I'd certainly like to help out, but the doc told me to avoid any excitement. You're the old ticker, you know.
Excitement? This will be like wheeling the baby to church. Tell me, Petey, can you drive a horse?
Well, sure, I can drive a horse.
Then you're in. I'm giving you a 20% piece. The total take should be $3 million. So you'll be the first guy in history to earn $600,000 for driving a horse. Any questions, Petey?
Oh, what kind of a horse, Al?
Horse? Who said anything about a horse? I asked if you could drive a hearse. A hearse, boy, a hearse!
The last thing I wanted was to get back into the business. And the last person I wanted to get back into it with was my old cellmate, Al. But if he wanted me, I was stuck. Being a 3-time loser, all he had to do was plant some hot goods on me and call the cops, and I was up for life. I had to play along. So the next afternoon, I went to see him in his room in a crummy lodging house, and he took me to the window and pointed.
See that steam shovel across the street?
Well, sure, I see it. Excavating for a new building.
Yeah, and you see the solid old brick building right next to it?
Uh-huh. It's the main headquarters of Dollar Delivery, the big armored car outfit.
Right.
It's where they load the armored cars with the money.
Now, every Thursday night, there's better than $3 million in that building, Pete, being packaged for payrolls in this area. Next Thursday night, we're cutting ourselves in on that $3 million.
Just, you and me? Just the 2 of us knocking over 12 armed guards and 3 locked doors and...
Petey, relax. Of course we're not trying anything like that.
I was afraid for a minute.
I use brains, Pete. Brains, not muscles. You know who's operating that steam shovel? Marty Brennigan.
Marty Brennigan?
That's right. The whole construction gang is part of his mob.
They have the foundation of the dollar delivery building weakened in one spot so it's all ready to cave. And next Thursday, it will cave. They'll just walk in and pick up the dough.
But then, where do we come in, huh?
Oh, that's simple, Pete. We take it away from them.
So that's how the dollar delivery holdup started. Anyway, how my part in it started. Al didn't explain anymore, and I didn't ask no questions. Al didn't like questions. But next night, he dropped into the crematorium, and I showed him how we take care of our customers. Now, back here, Al, is the receiving door.
Mm-hmm.
From the outside, a box is rolled through on these steel rollers. One man can handle it. Yeah, I'll show you how the whole deal works. It's practically automatic. Danny!
Yes, Mr. Pete?
Come out here a minute.
What do we need him for?
Danny always does the honors.
Well, can you trust him? If he starts talking...
Oh, Danny never talks. He's punchy. He used to be in the ring. As fast as a thing happens, he forgets it.
Here, Mr. Pete.
Yeah, well, show my friend Al how we handle this, eh?
Oh, sure, Mr. Pete. First I push this button.
That turns on the furnace, Al.
Mm-hmm.
And then I push the box down the steel rollers like this.
Now watch, the furnace door opens automatically.
Hey, the box is rolling right into the flames.
All automatic. Now the door will shut down. That's all there is to it. Okay, Danny. Go on back out front.
Yes, Mr. Pete.
Very neat. What's down these stairs?
Oh, that's the storage room. We keep cleaning supplies down there, and stuff like that.
Good. We'll hide the money down there.
Hide the money here?
You heard me. We gotta hide it someplace, Pete. This is one spot it won't be looked for. That's all then till Thursday night. Oh, except I'll need an official form.
Well, what kind of official form, Al?
The regular kind. Authorizing a cremation.
I wished I knew what Al was figuring on. But like I say, Al didn't like questions. When I thought about the job, taking $3 million away from Marty Brannigan's mob, I went hot and cold. I wanted to bow out, but didn't know how. Al wanted me to help for some reason, and what Al wanted, he got. So I sweated it out, and finally Thursday night came, and along about midnight, I found myself in Al's room watching the dollar delivery building across the street. A truck drove up to it and inside.
There goes one of the armored cars inside now to pick up a payroll delivery. Any minute, Marty Brannigan will make his move.
Everything seems so quiet.
What do you want, a brass band? Keep quiet and listen. That was Marty Brannigan getting inside. His boys are in there now. Now, if we don't hear any shooting or an alarm, by the time I count to 10, they pull it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they've done it. Now it's time for us, Pete. Come on.
Well, where to, Al?
To buy a quart of milk, chum.
Al led me out the back way, and we started walking through the dark, quiet streets. We walked 5 blocks, 10, and then the quiet night blew wide open.
All right, the alarm's been sounded, but Brannigan and his boys are a long way from the dollar delivery building by now.
Sure, but anything moving in this town is going to be stopped and searched.
They know that. All right, here we are.
Where?
See that milk wagon at the curb?
Yeah, I see.
All right, here comes the driver delivering the milk. Now, act drunk and try to buy a quart from him. Go ahead.
Buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, what is it?
Listen, buddy. I want to buy a quart of milk.
I just deliver, Mac. I don't sell.
Well, my old lady sent me out to give her a quart of milk. Just 1 quart. Now, let me have one little old quart, buddy.
Hey, let go of my arm, you lush. Let go, I say. Okay, take this.
Just as the milkman slugged me, Al stepped in from behind and laid a sap over his ear. We caught him and dragged him into the milk wagon and tossed him in back on top of the cases of milk. Then I found myself standing there with the reins in my hand.
All right, Pete, you said you could drive a horse and drive.
Come on, boy. Come on.
In the next block, there's an alley. Turn into it.
Oh, yeah, sure. I hope none of them prowl cars stop us.
Who's gonna stop a milk wagon?
Well, they might notice we aren't delivering any milk.
Don't worry, they won't. They're all heading for the dollar delivery building. And that's one place they won't find anything. Brannigan and his mob have had 17 minutes to make a getaway.
Then they got away with the dollars, too. Where does that leave us?
With all the cream, chum. That milkman in back there is one of the mob.
One of Brannigan's mob?
Sure, he's been on the job for 6 months. That's how long Brannigan's been planning this. Marty wasn't taking any chance of being stopped and searched. First thing he did was stop and transfer all the loot to this milk wagon. The money is back there, Petey, under the milk.
Huh?
Like I said, who's gonna stop a milk wagon? Okay, here's the alley. Turn in here.
I turned the horse into the alley. It was lined with garages. I maneuvered the horse and wagon into one of them, and Al slammed the doors shut. While I took time to mop my brow, Al was already opening the door into the next garage.
Hey, Pete, come here and look.
Yeah, sure. At what?
In there. All parked and ready.
Holy cow. It's a hearse.
That's right, a nice, respectable-looking hearse. And in that hearse is a plain pine coffin. Petey, we're going to fill that coffin with $3 million. Then we'll drive it to the crematorium. We'll unload the box and hide the money in the storage room, then put the coffin through the furnace just as if it was a legitimate customer. I got all the documents. Made out for Albert G. Cash. Albert G. Cash of Dorchmont. Now, in about a week, we'll load the dough into the hearse again, and I'll drive it right out of the state. Nobody's going to suspect the hearse, Petey. Okay, let's get busy. We got to put Mr. Cash in his coffin.
Al and I lugged the money sacks in the milk wagon and stowed them in the empty coffin. When we finished, Al went back to check on the unconscious driver, and I heard him yell,
Hey, Pete, come here. This guy is...
By the time I got there, Al Thomas was stretched out on the garage floor, and the milkman was gone, running. I didn't have time to wonder about him. I had to look after Al. He had an ugly gash in his head, and the blood was pouring down his face. I mopped off the blood and lugged into the hearse, where I stretched him out of the front seat. He shook his head groggy and tried to sit up.
Oh, you slugged me, Pete. You waited for me, slugged me.
Now, take it easy, Al. Don't try to talk.
We gotta get the dough hid. And you gotta get me back to my room.
You need a doc. You hurt bad.
No, Doc. Get the dough to the crematorium and hide it. Oh, come on, get going.
I got the motor started and drove the hearse out of there. I just hoped no cops would wonder what a hearse was doing on the street so late. If anybody asked, we were from out of town. One prowl car went by without stopping. Then we returned into the parking space back at the municipal crematorium. Everything was quiet. I slid the pine box holding Mr. Cash onto the loading platform and through the door on the conveyor. Then I helped Al inside. All right, Al. Another couple of steps. That's it. Okay, we're inside. Now we'll hide the dough, and then we'll get you back to your room and get the hearse back in its garage. I'll get rid of the milk wagon, and we're set, eh?
I feel pretty bad, Peter. I gotta lie down.
Mr. Pete! Is that you, Mr. Pete?
Al, you gotta hide. Stand behind this pillar.
Mr. Pete! Oh, there you are.
Yeah, well, what is it, Danny?
I got the front all cleaned up. You want me to clean up back here now?
No, not yet. Later.
Hey, is that a customer come in that box?
Yeah, it's Mr. A.G. Cash at Dorchmont. Now, look, Danny.
Ain't it pretty late to be receiving customers?
Well, it's a rush job, but the family's leaving town in the morning. And then now go sweep out the chapel and stay there until I call you, huh?
Well, sure, Mr. Pete. Do I do the honors?
Later, and then I'll beat it. All right, Al, you can come out now. Danny's gone. Hey, Al, what's the matter? You look so funny. Al! Al hit the floor like a sandbag and just lay there. I bent over him, feeling for his pulse. And then I knew. Al Thomas was dead.
In just a moment, we will return for the concluding act of Suspense.
confidentially, before I got the happy habit, I never could have talked to strangers this way. Mumbled, maybe, but talked? Oh, never. And my happy habit is catching. One listen does it. Arthur Godfrey, Art Linkletter's House Party, Gary Moore, and the new Bing Crosby, Rosemary Clooney show. CBS Radio has them all. It's live showbiz sound. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Catch?
Al was dead, all right. Sometimes a skull fracture has a delayed effect like that. I turned hot and then cold. There was a buzzing in my ears. Now I had a cold corpse, $3 million in hot cash, and an unexplained hearse on my hands. If I could juggle them all fast enough, I was a millionaire. But if I fumbled, well, who'd ever believed I hadn't killed Al for the loot? I'm up my face. Should I? Shouldn't I? Could I? Couldn't I? I began to think I could do it. I could hide Al and the money in the storeroom, burn the coffin, get rid of the hearse, and then...
Mr. Pete! Mr. Pete!
Yeah. What is it, Danny?
There's 2 cops out front asking for you.
2, cops?
Officer Hunt and Officer Connell. They want to ask you some questions.
Oh, okay. Tell them I'll be right in. No, I didn't have no choice. I got Al's body out of sight as fast as I could. No time to lug him down to the storage room. And inside 60 seconds, I was out front talking to Hunt and Connell, the prowl car team who patrolled our neighborhood.
Pete, we wanted to ask you, did you hear anything unusual tonight?
Oh, just sirens, lots of them. Something big happened?
Not unless you count $2.5 million big.
$2.5 million?
Somebody knocked over a dollar delivery and got away with $2.5 million. Missed $500,000 in their hurry.
Yeah, we've been searching every car and truck in the streets. No sign of the dough. Headquarters thinks the gang hid it and broke up.
Hid it, huh?
Now we're searching block by block. You hear any unusual noises, trucks or cars stopping, anything like that?
No, not me. Not a thing.
You don't mind if we search the place?
Search the crematorium? Oh, of course not. Oh, but first, I got some embalming fluid I'd like you to test.
Embalming fluid, huh? It sounds interesting. What do you say, Hunt?
I say let's try it.
Okay. Right over here in my office. Step in. Be comfortable. I keep it in here, filed under E. The best Kentucky bourbon embalming fluid. See what you think, huh?
Man, that'll put life into money. Here, Connell.
Thanks, Hunt. You're right. That'll make the dead ones happy and the live ones happier.
Well, have another. It'll be a long night.
You can say that twice. The captain is really going to ride us to find that dough. Well, happy days.
They each had another drink and then went out to look around. I sat there and held my breath, praying they wouldn't find Al and notice the hearse out back. They looked around for a minute and then I heard them go out. I kept on sitting there until my heart stopped pounding. Finally, I went out to finish the job of hiding my dough. I was a millionaire now. 2.5 times a millionaire. And all of it tax-free. I even had a couple of nasty thoughts for Marty Brannigan's stupidity and missing the other $500 grand. And as I stood in the reception room listening, I heard something. And all of a sudden I had a horrible thought. And I began to run toward the back. Danny!
Yeah, Mr. Pete?
Danny, did you...
Did I what, Mr. Pete?
Danny, where's the box from Mr. Cashier?
You said it was a rush job, so I processed it.
Oh, no. Let me look. Let me see. Oh, you did it. It's in there. It's burning.
I figured you'd be glad to have it done, Mr. Pete. Say, tell me, what did his initials stand for? I mean, A.G. Cash.
Stand for his initials? I'll tell you. All gone, Danny. All gone. Cash. Yes, it was all gone, all right. The whole $2.5 million. Cremated. Well, I was passing out drinks to Hunt and Connell. Well, the dollar delivery boys and the feds finally caught Marty Brannigan and his mob. But they never would buy the story that Marty didn't have any idea where the money went to. Tell them to look in the urn on the top shelf of the storage room of the Lakeside Municipal Crematorium. Has the name A.G. Cash on it. I don't suppose they'll be able to do much with the nice white ashes in the urn. But ask them to be gentle with them. They're not only the most expensive ashes in the world, but they're also all that's left of Al Thomas. Because the only place I could hide Al in a hurry was to undo the trick lid of the coffin and put Al on top of the money and then latch it shut again. So Al and the dough went in the furnace together. Anyway, he died rich. And I like to think he made a liar out of those jerks who go around saying you can't take it with you. If anybody ever took it with him, it was Al.
Suspense.
You've been listening to Coffin for Mr. Cash, written for Suspense by Robert Arthur. In a moment, the names of our players and a word about next week's story of Suspense.
Are you all out of tune because you're irregular? Then help yourself get back in tune with Kellogg's All Brand. You'll feel right on pitch when Kellogg's All Brand goes gently to work. Relieves constipation due to lack of bulk by supplying your system with bulk-forming whole bran. Yes, a daily bowlful of Kellogg's All Bran with milk helps put you right back in tune. The natural way. The good-tasting way, too. Fact is, Kellogg's All Bran is the one brand cereal that combines proved effectiveness with appetizing taste and crispness. It never gets mushy in milk. So remember, if constipation's a problem, gentle it away, as millions do, with Kellogg's All Bran. The good food way to keep regular as clockwork. ALL-BRAN. Kellogg's All Bran. At your grocer's.
Heard in tonight's story were Leon Janney as Pete Wilson and Mandel Kramer as Al Thomas. Others in the cast included Sam Raskin, Sam Gray, Joseph Boland, and Bob Donnelly. Listen again next week when we return with A Shipment of Mute Fate by Martin Storm. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
And now, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. Tomorrow is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. 97 years ago, Lincoln, one of our greatest presidents, died, slain by the bullet of the actor John Wilkes Booth. Many historians feel that if Lincoln had lived, our history and world history would have been profoundly changed for the better. With this in mind, we bring you now a strange and unusual drama, The Man Who Went Back to Save Lincoln. This first portion of Suspense is brought to you by Alpine Cigarettes. In a moment, Act One of The Man Who Went Back to Save Lincoln, starring Court Benson as Tom and Ian Martin as the Professor, and written especially for Suspense by Robert Arthur.
What's it like to smoke an Alpine? Well, it's like many fresh little things that please you. It's like the stirring of leaves when a breeze comes up, like a weather vane turning in a summer sky. The way the air feels in the morning when you open the door to get the paper. That's what it's like to smoke an Alpine. Alpine is nothing at all like the sort of smoking you may be used to. Alpine is a fresh, freewheeling kind of smoke, a bright, bracing, even invigorating kind of taste, pack after pack. If this sounds good to you, try Alpine.
There's something more to smoking with an Alpine cigarette.
All right, now, Tom, give me the readings on that gauge, please. It's calibrated in years.
In years? Right. It says 1914 now. 1913, 1912, 1911, 1910, 1910. It stopped moving.
Well, your accumulated tension is too great to overcome, but I'll try greater power. That's what I was afraid of. Field coil blew out. But at least I added a couple of years. The projective force went all the way back to 1910. That's 52 years.
Professor Hodges, what do you intend to call this invention?
Oh, well, I could call it, let's see, an electronic compressor for transmitting personality patterns across temporal gap.
Time machine would be simpler.
Yes, but it wouldn't be accurate. In one sense, a time machine is a total impossibility, believe me. But in another sense, everyone travels in time constantly.
I'm not sure I'm following you, Professor Hodges.
All right, what happened on your 10th birthday?
Why, well, I had a big party. I got a pony for a present, and I rode him all over the lawn. I can still feel the licking I got for ruining the lawn.
Now, you see, you just traveled back 28 years in time. Mentally, of course.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Exactly. Now, suppose I connected this apparatus to you. Suppose I then focused it on some special date in history and at some special point where I knew people were present. Are you following me?
Yes, I think so, sir.
Now, the electronic circuits would take your memory pattern, your personality, amplify it millions of times, and push it back into the past, into the mind of some person at that particular spot at that particular time.
I see.
You would be able to think with his mind, see with his eyes, hear with his ears, and move about with his body.
Well, put it that way, it doesn't sound quite so impossible.
Oh, it's very much possible. Of course, there are difficulties.
I imagine there must be a lot of them.
Oh, the technical difficulties can be overcome, but... Well, now, for instance, suppose your mind finds itself inside the mind of a very strong-willed individual who fights you.
Ah, yes, I see the problem. He might dominate you, make you helpless.
Yes, it's all very uncertain.
Well, uncertainty is one of the natural principles of existence, Professor.
Oh. Then, would you be willing to take the risk, Tom?
Risk? You mean of a trip into the past?
That's just what I mean. Now, look, Tom, you're only 38, but you're already one of the world's foremost authorities on Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you, sir. I think I'm pretty well grounded on the subject anyway.
I've read your books, and I've followed your career ever since you were one of my students. I know that you believe Abraham Lincoln's death at the hands of John Wilkes Booth in 1865 was one of the great tragic turning points in history.
No, it was. If Lincoln had lived, Professor, why, this would be a different world. He would have healed the wounds of the Civil War and left us a great nation decades sooner. We would have been a world power by 1900. We would have had the strength to prevent both world wars. We'd be living in a world so much better that... I'm letting myself get carried away again, speculating about suppose Lincoln had lived.
All right, son. Suppose he had lived.
I know, but he didn't.
Tom, today is February 11th, 1962. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Now, almost 97 years ago, on April 15th, 1865, Lincoln was assassinated. How would you like to go back across those 97 long years and save Abraham Lincoln's life? Are you comfortable, Tom? The electrodes I've attached to your head don't hurt?
Oh, I'm fine, Professor. A little excited, that's all. Even though this is just an experimental jaunt.
Oh, back to the year 1912. 50 years, a half a century. Now you see the old public library across the street? Boarded up, deserted, dead?
Yes, I used to take books out of there when I was a boy.
And so did your father.
Yes, he met my mother there. She was a young librarian, and he went in for a book. Well, it's family history. He was so bowled over at meeting her, he forgot the book and left it behind.
And he also forgot to sign his name on the library card in the back of the book. Look, Tom, I have it here. Henderson's Life of Lincoln.
The same book. And it looks as if no one's taken it out in the last 40 years.
No one has. Here's the card. Here's the line where your father should have signed. Perfectly blank. Tom, you are going back 50 years and sign that card that your father forgot to sign.
I'm going to enter my father's mind 50 years ago?
Exactly. You'll see with his eyes, hear with his ears, and think with his mind. Now remember, you're to change the past. You're to sign that library card.
Right, Professor.
So, concentrate on the time. Noon, April 10th, 1912. Say it aloud yourself.
Noon, April the 10th, 1912. Noon, April the 10th, 1912. Noon. April the 10th, 1912.
Sir!
Noon.
What is it? Are you ill?
Where am I?
Why, this is the public library. And I have the book you requested, The Life of Lincoln. Why are you staring at me so oddly, sir?
It's 12 o'clock. What's the date?
Why, April 10th, 1912.
And today is the first time I ever saw you, isn't it?
Yes.
But you're Mary Andrews from Philadelphia.
Why...
You just started working here today.
Oh, yes, but how did you know?
How did I know? Why, I seem to have always known. That's queer. It's as if there were a voice in my mind telling me things.
Are you sure you're all right?
Just a little dizzy. The effect of love at first sight.
Oh, please, sir.
I mean it. Mary, Miss Andrews, will you have lunch with me?
Why,
Good, that's settled. It's lunchtime. Get your hat.
Well, all right, I will. But this book, don't you want to take it?
Oh, bother the book. Lincoln can wait. But wait a minute. There's something I'm trying to remember. Something I have to do. That's it. I do have to sign the card.
Oh, not if you don't want to.
Yes, I do. I must. There's something in my mind. Something telling me not to fail. I have to hurry. Feeling a little dizzy. My name. Tom Morrison. No, not Tom. What's wrong with me? Henry Morrison. There. Card's all signed. Now
Mr. Morrison, you're so pale. Can I get you a drink of water? Mr. Morrison? Mr. Morrison? Mr. Morrison?
Look, Tom, look. The library card.
Now it's signed. My father's name, Henry Morrison.
Yes, but he started to sign it Tom Morrison. Then he crossed out Tom and wrote Henry. That proves that your personality was dominant, if just for a moment.
I know, but it was all so ephemeral.
But the point is that history was changed. You proved it can be done. And if you can do that, you can go back and save Abraham Lincoln's life. But first, we We have more tests ahead of us. Tom, how would you like to go back and hear the Gettysburg Address in person? Hey, you, take care. You pushed me.
Sorry, I felt dizzy. Where am I? This crowd.
Are you crazy? You're in Gettysburg, and this crowd has come to hear Lincoln speechify, just as I have, all the way from Washington. Now, be quiet. He's starting.
7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we're engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field that those who here gave their lives that this nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we do this. But in another sense, we cannot dedicate...
Professor, I saw Lincoln, and I heard him deliver the Gettysburg Address. It's strange. His voice was even higher pitched than I'd imagined.
You stayed in the past a full hour. That's tremendous, Tom. Now, whose mind were you in?
Oh, it turned out to be a farmer named Evans, a simple fellow. After the first moment, I was completely in control. I could have done anything I wanted. His mind couldn't have stopped me.
That proves my theory. Now we're ready for the real thing. We'll leave for Washington tomorrow. We'll set up our equipment and instruments in the Ford Theater itself.
The Ford Theater?
Yes. And you are going to return to that fateful night and prevent that murderer's shot from being fired. Well, everything seems to be working. I was afraid the trip by truck might have jarred some of the components.
How still it is here. How hushed. It's as if not a single sound had been uttered here since the night Lincoln was shot.
Yes, past seems alive. Oh, they say that time turns back for no one, that the moving finger writes and having writ moves on. But you and I will alter the writing in the book of fate, We can't fail. We have only this one chance.
I won't fail. Abraham Lincoln is going to live.
Never lose that thought, Tom. Now, let's work out our strategy. We have the place to ourselves until tomorrow morning. I convinced the management I was engaged in some tests that need absolute privacy, so we don't have to hurry.
Good. We have to work out where everybody was. The interior, has been changed around here somewhat since this was last used as a theater.
Well, you're the Lincoln expert. You tell me where, and I'll do the rest.
All right, well, let's see. Yes, over there was the box office. And then, over here was the entrance into the auditorium. All this space was the auditorium. There, of course, the stage. And up there, Professor, is the private box where Lincoln sat. Now, at about 9 o'clock in the evening, President and Mrs. Lincoln entered with 2 guests. The play had already started. A man named Buckingham took their tickets, and an usher led them up a set of stairs to their box.
Go on, Tom. I'm following. The exact movements of everyone are very important.
Well, at about 10 after 10, John Wilkes Booth sauntered in. He spoke to Buckingham, and then he went upstairs toward Lincoln's booth. In his pocket, he carried a brass derringer loaded with 1 shot.
And he struck almost immediately.
Yes, sir. The president had an armed guard, John F. Parker, but Parker was criminally negligent. He left Lincoln unguarded, which gave Booth his fatal chance. Well, he fired, leapt to the stage, and made his getaway. Lincoln died the next day.
Tom, son, think of it. Tomorrow, if we succeed, the history books will say Lincoln lived. All history for nearly 100 years will be changed for the better.
We'll succeed. We'll have to.
It'll depend on you, Tom. You'll have to save Lincoln and probably kill Booth. Now, let's get the equipment set up in the right spots. Everything's working. How do you feel?
Keyed up, anxious to get started. I can't tell you how excited I am.
If anything goes wrong, it can kill you, Tom.
I'm willing to take the chance, sir.
And also, if anything goes wrong, we won't get a second chance.
I know. So let's recheck now everything that I'm going to do. First, you plan to send me back into the mind of Buckingham, the ticket taker.
Well, he's the logical choice, and I hope we can count on his being a man of no great mental attainments. Success or failure may rest on that.
Yes, of course. It'd be fatal if I found myself in the mind of someone strong and determined whom I couldn't control.
If that happens, son, do nothing. Will yourself back to your own time. Change nothing. Under those conditions, we can try again. Once you've changed anything, we can never make another effort.
Yes, I understand.
However, I don't think anything will go wrong. Now, we know exactly where Buckingham stood and can focus the temporal personality transmitter very closely. Now, Tom, you know it'll take a supreme effort.
Yes, I know, sir.
I think you will have to force the ticket taker, Buckingham, to kill John Wilkes Booth.
Very well. I will, if necessary.
Then just keep telling yourself, save Lincoln. Kill Booth.
Save Lincoln. Kill Booth. I'll think of nothing else.
And here you go. Back to 1865. Good luck.
Save Lincoln. Kill Booth. Save Lincoln. Kill Booth. Save Lincoln.
Steady, man. Steady. Well, you almost fell then. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Drinking again, is that it?
Where am I?
Why, this is Ford's Theater, of course. If you need the date, it's April 14th, Anno Domini 1865. What's wrong with you, man?
Just dizzy for a moment. So I'm here, on the scene. Ford's Theater, the night of Abraham Lincoln's assassination. I'm here.
What's that about Lincoln? Yes, of course he's here tonight. Everybody knows that.
Yes, of course. The lobby of Ford's Theater. And he hasn't arrived yet. We've done it, and I can't fail. I won't.
Oh, boy. You're in a bad way, mumbling to yourself and staggering. Now, look, you better go home, lie down, sleep it off.
I'm all right. Yes, I'm quite all right.
The play's going on, you know. You mustn't disturb the president.
No, the president. Yes, the president. He mustn't be disturbed. I'll see he isn't disturbed.
You're certainly acting strangely tonight.
Acting? Who are you to be a judge of acting? No, I mean, it's just a temporary lapse, but my name... am I Buckingham?
Well, that's a good one. Tell him, Harry. Is our friend's name Buckingham?
Well, I doubt it, since your name is Buckingham.
That's right. Say, how much did you have to drink?
We missed. Somehow we missed. I'm someone else.
Buckingham, what the deuce is he muttering to himself?
It won't make any difference. I'll find him, kill him.
Look, why don't you go in and sit quietly until you're yourself again? Now, just don't make any noise.
No, I can't sit down. I've got to find someone. But who? Yes, Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth. Save one, kill the other.
Oh, hey, Buckingham, help me hold him up. He's staggering. All right.
Dizzy. I've got to concentrate on Lincoln. Booth, concentrate.
There's no whiskey on his breath. He's ill. We'd better get him outside.
Yeah. Come along, old fella.
No. I'm all right. It's past 10. I have something important to do. Matter of life and death. Tell me, have you seen Booth? John Wilkes Booth, the actor?
Have we seen Booth?
Yes, I want to find. Come over me. Peculiar dizzy spell, then. Can't let that happen. I have too important a project to carry out.
That's strange. He's recovered.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I have to go in. I have a very important engagement to keep tonight. Yes, very important. A matter of life and death. Good night, gentlemen. This is a night when history will be made.
Well, that was a funny performance. He wasn't drunk, but he certainly seemed to have something on his mind.
He talked like two different men there part of the time.
Yes.
Well, with him, you never know what he's up to. Those actors. A strange bunch. Just imagine him asking us if we'd seen John Wilkes Booth.
Concentrate. Feel queer, but concentrate. Kill. Here's the door. Ah, there you are, Mr. President.
What is it, my good fellow? What do you wish?
To give you this.
Suspense. You've been listening to The Man Who Went Back to Save Lincoln, starring Court Benson as Tom and Ian Martin as the Professor, and written especially for Suspense by Robert Arthur. Suspense is produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Featured in tonight's story were Margaret Draper as Mary Andrews, Cliff Carpenter as Buckingham, Ralph Bell as the man. The voice of Abraham Lincoln was created by Jim Bowles. Listen again next week when we return with The Old Boyfriend, written by Peter Fernandez. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. Get in the game with Phil Rizzuto's Sports Time every night but Sunday on the CBS Radio Network. 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 Network.
And now, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. In a moment, Act One of Run Faster, written especially for Suspense by Lois Landauer. Funny how a guy can have all the ingredients for happiness and still want things that are wrong for him. The whole time I was in the hospital after flying in Korea, I kept telling myself how wonderful it'd be when Chris and I got married. A little white house, simple, happy life. I got my discharge and we had the house and the simple life. Too simple. The range station where I got a job was on a small emergency landing field. So I was supposed to double on tower work for emergency landings. Only there weren't any. Bill, my relief man, and my brother Dink lived with us. Dink didn't know beans about flying, but he got the same charge I did just being around it. He was over at the field the night the big fog moved in. Chris was fixing the supper I took on the midnight shift.
You think 2 sandwiches will be enough?
Sure.
I'd better put in a piece of cake. You didn't eat much dinner.
No, sandwiches will be enough.
Well, I'll just put it in. You can't tell. You might get hungry.
The sandwiches are enough.
What's the matter, darling?
Nothing's the matter.
Is it the fog?
Well, what's the fog got to do with me?
I don't know. You just act so funny every time the weather's like this.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Hold it.
Just a plane, dear.
I thought he was in trouble for a minute.
Oh, Bill's on duty. He'd take care.
Yeah, Bill always gets him. But do I? I sit in that shack night after night, and what happens? Nothing.
Is that so important?
Important? You think I'm made of sawdust?
Married life getting you down, Dave?
Oh, for crying out.
I guess it must be pretty dull after Korea.
I didn't say that.
You're thinking it.
All right, so I like a little excitement once in a while. Is that so terrible?
No. I guess we're just different, that's all.
Well, it's not that.
What then?
You wouldn't understand. You weren't there.
Darling.
Well?
Maybe if you got away from planes.
Chris, I don't want to get away from planes.
That job is still open in Clinton.
No.
We could afford to build our own house in town if you took it.
What's wrong with this house?
Nothing, but we're so far away from everything.
What do you mean, far? Clinton's only 2 hours away, and there's Bill and Dink.
Dink should have young people.
You've still got a few years left, Grandma. Anyway, he likes it here. Look at all the time he spends over at the field.
Oh, honey, that brother of yours would like anything you did. You know that. If you'd get this flying bug out of your system, Dink would probably get over it, too.
I don't want to talk about
But
it.
it's true, Dave. Oh, I hate to keep harping on it.
Then don't. Are you about finished with those sandwiches?
You still have half an hour. Bill overslept this morning.
Yeah, but he asked me to relieve him early. He has a big date in Clinton tonight.
Oh, Dave, that's not fair.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, of course it doesn't matter to Bill the hours he keeps. He has no wife waiting around at home. I think he's being very inconsiderate. This is the third time this month.
Look, I want to get over to the airport. Do you mind?
The thermos is on the sink. You can fill it. I just washed it. Oh, Dave!
All right. I broke it. Is that so tragic?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I know. If we lived in town, we could get one at the corner drugstore.
In town, you wouldn't have a job where you take midnight suppers.
Well, we're not in town. We're living where planes come in and go out. You understand? And if I have to bust a thermos bottle to get some excitement, I'll bust one every 5 minutes. How do you like that? Thick and getting thicker. Before I'd gone a dozen yards, our house was a shapeless blur behind me. Then it was gone. I thought of Chris alone back there, cut off from the world. I felt like a grade A heel for acting up like that. Well, Bill cut out as soon as I got to the shack. Dink's wheelchair was close to the radar panel as usual, but there wasn't a blip in sight as usual.
Something wrong?
No, it's the same old stuff.
Chris, huh?
Yeah.
Well, of course, she's a woman, Dave.
I guess so.
Well, it's not so hot for her. Bill sure isn't any company for her when he's not on duty. He's either sleeping or out on a date. And with you sleeping days, it really isn't much of a deal for her out there. Especially with a cripple like me around to slow things up.
I'm nuts. I think I'll check Mercury. Midland Radio calling L.A. Mercury Airlines. This is Midland Radio. You there, Hank?
This is Mercury Airlines. You're on early, aren't you, Dave?
Yeah, Bill's giving the Clinton girls a break. Hey, what's with this thick stuff?
It hasn't hit out here yet, but we're expecting it. What's your ceiling?
Oh, about 400 feet. It's dropping fast, though.
Better watch it. Army fields west of you aren't landing anyone without 00 cards.
Yeah? Well, maybe I'll have company.
Could be.
Hey, Dave, someone's coming.
Well, I don't want anybody to have any tough flying, but it'd be good having a plane land here for a change.
Dave.
Now, hold it a minute, Hank. Kid brother's trying to say something. Oh, hi there. Can I do something for you, mister? Talk to you later, Hank.
Something wrong, Dink?
No, I'll call you back. Sort of took me by surprise. I didn't hear your car.
Wasn't none.
You run out of gas?
That's right. Well, walking's no fun in that mess. Have a seat. My name's Dave Coffin. This is my brother Dink.
What's this place?
This is Midland Range Station, Dawson Field.
I didn't see no planes.
You wouldn't see planes here on a clear night.
No, we're just an emergency field.
Just you two, huh?
Oh, real cozy, just me and my...
You live here?
Here in the station? No, my place is about a mile down the road.
You're married?
Sure am. Dink here lives with us.
Yeah, we sail in that little white house tomorrow a.m. There'll be the neatest stack of flapjacks waiting you ever saw.
You got any gas?
We sure have. We have a pump in the front yard.
At your house, huh?
Yeah, you got enough in your tank to get down the road a mile?
Well, it don't move. Maybe it ain't gas even, but don't move.
Uh-huh. Wait a second. Let's see.
What are you doing? What's that thing?
This is state phone book. I was looking for a number here.
What for?
Clinton, Gables, Games, Garage. Here it is. Clinton 25...
What you gonna do, huh?
Well, calling a tow car for you. No need to walk all that way to the pump and back in this weather if there's something wrong with your car.
No.
Well, it may not even be as long as I said. They usually have calls out.
Don't call nobody, see?
There's no trouble. What was that number again? Let me see. Clinton Garage. Hey, what do you... Give me that. Come on, hey. What do you... Hey, don't... Hey.
Try using it.
Tore it in two.
Now, where's that pump at? Down the road a mile, huh?
Dave.
It's all right, Bill's there.
Here's a can, mister. There's no need to ask at the house about using the pump. You just help yourself.
About a mile, huh?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
In the front yard.
Why should I lie to you?
All right. 1 mile. White house. Front yard.
Boy, a real sweetheart, huh?
Yeah. Chris, hello. Hello.
Operator?
I was talking to my wife, operator. You cut us off.
No, sir, I didn't.
Well, look, will you ring her again, please? Hurry it up, please.
All right, hang up and I'll call you back.
Oh.
I wouldn't worry, Dave. He was just a screwball.
Yeah. Come on, operator, ring. Yeah, I wish there was some way I could get home now.
Well, if it was a clear night, I'd take a chance covering for you, but I don't know the first thing about radar.
Hello, Chris?
Operator, your line at home is out of order. We're working on it now, sir. The trouble is at this end.
Oh, that's swell. He's at the house with Chris. Well, how long will it take, operator?
I do not know. 5 minutes, an hour, maybe. Hard to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, will you get me Sheriff Grover?
Did something happen?
Operator, I'd like to speak to Sheriff Grover. Do you mind?
The line is busy, sir. Want me to keep trying?
Yes, please. I've got to warn Chris about that character. Each time I'd look at my watch, only seconds had passed. They seemed like hours. Something was happening. Hank didn't usually call me.
Mercury Airlines calling Midland Radio. You there, Dave?
This is Midland Radio. What's up, Hank?
I want to know if you've heard from our flight 535 out of L.A.
Negative. Why? Are they in trouble?
I don't know. They haven't reported in over an hour.
535's not due over here. Think they're off course.
Can't say. They didn't report over Downsville or Little Falls.
Well, what's his altitude?
That's just it. We're not sure. He was cleared out of here at 8,000. But with the weather doing tricks out your way, he may have been trying to contact us for a change in his flight plan. Better stick close, boy. A lot of people in that thing. You reading me, Dave?
Oh, I'm not going anyplace.
You should have gone to Clinton with Bill. I hear they're having plenty of excitement over there. We heard some mental patient walked out of the big state hospital over there yesterday.
Hank, I've got a call that may be your 535 now.
I hope you're right, Dave.
Midland Radio. I better catch it.
Mercury Airline, Flight 535, calling Midland Radio. Come in, Midland.
Aircraft calling Midland Radio. Repeat your identification, please. Go ahead.
535, Mercury Airlines. Do you read me, Midland? Go ahead.
Midland Radio to Mercury 535. L.A. has been looking for you, buddy. What's your problem?
Well, it beats me, Babby. Trying to get through for hours at a descent of 5,000. I need landing clearance quick. Estimate 15 minutes more fuel, and that is all, brother.
535 from Midland. We're reporting present weather of 200 feet overcast, visibility half a mile dropping, altimeter setting 29.83, wind from the northwest at 5. Over.
Ouch. Report me in L.A. with him. See you in 15 minutes. Over, pal.
Will do. Midland Radio calling L.A.
L.A. Mercury Airlines. Hear anything, Dave?
Yep, just now, Hank. I'll bring them in here in about 13:30.
Good. Now, if you can just pick up that lost mental patient, we'll give you a merit badge.
Patient? Oh, yeah. There's no weather for a sick man. What's wrong with him?
His hands.
Hands?
Yeah. He's a strangler.
I sat there staring into the thick, muggy night. Chris might be alone with a killer, and I couldn't go to her because of an SOS I'd been waiting for all these months. Chris only a mile away. The heavy stuff outside seemed to crawl in the room as we waited. Not talking, just smoking and listening. I knew any minute the plane might call, but I wasn't thinking of planes now. I wanted that phone to ring. I had to know about Chris.
Yes, sir?
Operator, how about my phone?
Hmm?
My phone, is it fixed yet?
I told you I'd let you know, sir.
Well, what about the sheriff?
The sheriff? Oh, yes, sir. The line's still busy.
Well, break in on him.
He's talking to Harry Waller. I can't just bust in.
Well, cut in on him, operator. It's important.
Well, all right, but he's going to be sore. Sheriff Grove?
Get off this line, operator. Can't you see I'm talking?
I'm very sorry, sir. I tried to tell him.
Sheriff, this is Dave Coffin.
I don't care who this is. You ain't got no cause to be butting in.
Sheriff, I'm in trouble. I've got to have some help fast. There was a man here, Sheriff.
What about him?
Well, I think it's the strangler they're looking for.
Clinton? He there now?
No, that's just it. He's gone to the house and Chris is there alone.
How you know he was a strangler?
Well, with the way he acted. And his hands. He tore my state telephone book in half.
Now, son, just cause a man strong enough to do that don't mean he's a criminal.
Well, he is the strangler, and my wife is alone. You've got to do something, Sheriff.
Okay. I'll take a run over there.
Oh, thanks a lot, Sheriff. Right away, huh?
Sure. But don't you worry now, son. I'll be there in half an hour.
That'll be too late.
Sonny, my old bus only goes so...
But, Sheriff, a half an hour, he could be there now.
Meantime, why don't you call Lon Miller?
Operator, would you get me Lon Miller?
But Mr. Miller's on your circuit, sir.
What are you talking about?
His line is out of order, the same as yours.
Mercury 535 calling Midland. Come in, Midland.
Midland to 535. Pull up. Pull up, 535. Execute missed approach immediately.
Mercury 535 to Midland. Low frequency radio is out. Unable to locate outer marker, over.
535, pull up fast. Pull her up. Pull her up fast. Ship just missed the shack by a few feet. The open windows rattled and papers were wild all over the place. An airliner full of people hovering only a field's length from me, and Chris a mile away. Then suddenly, a blip showed up on the radar. He was close.
Mercury 535, calling Midland Radio. I'm at 1,500 feet, ready for landing instructions. Fuel almost out, over.
Midland to 535. Make a 90-degree turn to your right. Acknowledge.
535 to Midland, 90 degrees to the right. Roger, over.
Midland to 535. We have a target at 5 miles southwest of the field. Take a heading of 040 degrees and remain at 1,500 feet. Over.
535 to Midland, holding at 1,500 feet, over. 535, still with you. You'll have to take him by the hand, Daddy. Visibility 0, over.
All right, Roger, 535. You're approaching now at 12. Chris.
The guy's waiting, Dave.
We're at 10 to 12. Approaching at...
calling Midland.
Wait.
535, calling Midland.
Hello.
Plane, for Pete's sake, come on.
Hold the line a minute, operator. Then you talk to us.
535 to Midland, request position. Where are you? Over.
Midland to 535. You're at 2 miles. Over. Is she all right? Is Chris all right?
You sure?
Midland, come in.
Midland to 535. You're 1 mile from touchdown. Over. Dink, answer me. Is Chris okay?
Come on now, operator, huh?
535. Turn to a heading now to the left of 300 degrees. A left turn, 300 degrees, and descend to 800 feet. Over.
535, descending to 800 feet.
535, you're now at 1/2 miles. Expect to intercept the glide path in half a minute.
Let's go, Pappy. Keep talking. Over.
Sorry, Dave. 535, you're now 1/4 of a mile from touchdown. Set your flaps before intercepting the glide path. You're now approaching the glide path. Your heading should be 300 degrees. Adjust your rate of descent to 600 feet per minute. 535, you are now on the glide path. Glide path is very good. You're tracking on the center of the runway.
Here he comes.
You're on the center line. You're on the glide path. Approach is very good. 535. Touchdown in 3 seconds. Center line very good. Glide path very good. Continue approach.
Sweetheart, a little more, a little more.
You're on the glide path. You're on the glide path. You're on the ground. Take over visually. Over and out. Now give me that phone, Dink. Operator.
Yes, sir?
Operator, what happened?
I told the other gentleman the whole thing, sir.
What?
And your phone has been fixed, but I can't get any answer.
Well, you must not have been trying. Did you
I've
try?
been trying, for pity's sake. Maybe your wife ain't there.
Are you crazy? Of course she's there. I couldn't see 5 feet in front of me, but I knew I was going to Chris, and I could have done that blindfolded. The blood was pumping in my head, and pictures straight through the fog curtain. Chris with dark bruises on her throat. Chris with her mouth going slack. Chris. There was a light on. I saw it in the dim outline of the house, and then I was on the porch. Right through the door. She was standing with her back to me by the table and moving slowly around the end of it by the strangler. He had Chris's scarf in his hands, and that's all I saw as I rushed at him. Give me that scarf! Let me go!
Stop it, you're choking him! Look, the scarf! You dropped your scarf. Look, soft. Feel. Soft. Your scarf, it belongs to you.
Soft. My scarf. It's silk. It's soft. You okay?
Yes,
Tell me
yes.
You're a nice lady. Soft.
Are you all right, baby?
Oh, Dave.
I know, honey. It's all right.
Hold me tight. I'm so glad you got here. I don't know how much longer I could have held out.
You were fine.
I tried to be gentle. He liked the scarf, so I gave it to him. I don't know why I should have been afraid. He was just like a child. All he wanted was gentleness, and yet something about him. I was scared.
It's all right, baby.
Oh, darling. I wanted you here so much in the excitement I forgot he could hurt you.
What did you say?
I said in the...
Excitement. Yeah, I guess that's what it was, all right.
That's what you wanted. Wasn't it, Dave?
No, honey, that's what I thought I wanted. I'll call the hospital. Suspense. You've been listening to Run Faster, written especially for Suspense by Lois Landauer. Suspense is produced and directed by Fred Hendrickson. Heard in tonight's story were Jimmy Blaine, Jimsy Summers, Bill Lipton, Roger DeKoven, Bob Reddick, Ted Pavel, and Guy Rep. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Technical direction by Fred Cusick. This is Stuart Metz speaking. Listen again next week when we return with The Silver Shoe, written by Robert Reddick. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.